pretty good.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Phong Huyao from ZHEN. I am the group leader for Group N. Today we will talk about the research that we have conducted in the past few months. The research is about ranking for online buying. And without further ado, let's start the video. First and foremost, I would like to talk about introduction. So basically, the point of this research is to identify the consumer behavior during online shopping. There is 8 key factors that we added in to identify the consumer online shopping behavior. This 8 key factor is return review, oral review, star rating, total likes, total sold, seller response time, preferred seller, and total follower. The 8 key factors will determine which category will most affect the consumer behavior. Next up, I will tell you how we make it all possible using Google Form. So first, we type in all the requirements that needed to be done by the respondents. Here it is. So this is the key explanation. We put all the keys in there, and next is the section where we let them choose what choice of keys that they look into. And then we also add in their demographic, so we can know what place and what kind of person they are. And then there is a total of 107 responses that we got from respondents. We also use the Google Excel to see the amount and the choice that they make. And that's basically it. And when we download it, we save it. The next up will be the SPSS, where we show you how we encode everything inside the SPSS. So next up is the SPSS, where we encode everything from the Excel to the SPSS. This is the data that we are currently looking at, and I have already put all the data inside, as we can see. All the data have been input to the correct slot, and here is the variable which we rename everything. So basically, next we analyze, and then we go to descriptive statistic here, and then frequencies, and then we go to statistic and click on the mean, which is here. And then we go to this chart, and then we go to bar chart to get the correct chart for this data. So next, after we analyze it, it came out this output, and then this is where we get our data from. This is the bar chart, which we will use later on our report. And that is all for SPSS. So the last part of this research is the report. So here we can see our report. The report consists of data analysis, which have demographic analysis and mean analysis. It also consists of the findings and the conclusions. This report will be explained by my teammate later on in this video. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is CAMELLIA and I'm going to present about demographic analysis, which contain age, gender, ethnic, state of residence, level of education, employment sector, and monthly income. Is respondent demographic by age. So from the survey, we found that 92 people out of 107 respondents are 21 until 30 years old, and 7 respondents are 0 until 20 years old. The lowest number is 4 people, which is come from 31 until 40 years old and 41 until 50 years old. Second is respondent demographic by gender. There are 78 number of people are female, while 29 number of people are male. The third one is respondent demographic by ethnic, which is 40 respondents are come from ethnic indigenous Sabah, 38 from Malay, 20 from Chinese, 3 from indigenous Sarawak, 1 from Indian, and 5 from other ethnics. Respondent demographic by state of residence. The highest number of respondents come from Sabah with 62 people, 11 from Kelantan, 9 from Wilayah Persekutuan, 7 from Sarawak, 6 from Johor, 4 from Selangor, while 3 from Kedah and Perak. The lowest number of respondents come from Pahang and Negeri Sembilan with 1 for both residents. We move to respondent demographic by highest level of education. Bachelor's degree come first with 53 numbers of respondents. SPM or college diploma with 39 numbers of respondents, 9 from SPM and below, 4 from master degree, while 1 from certificate and diploma. And then for respondent demographic by employment sector, 48 number of people are self-employed with 44.9%, 33 number of people or 30.8% in government sector, and 24.3% or 26 people are in private sector. Lastly, the respondent demographic by monthly income. The number of respondents for monthly income less than RM 4,360 is the highest, with 48 respondents. Next, 33 respondents' monthly income are RM 4,360 to RM 9,616, while the lowest number of respondents for monthly income is RM 7,616 and above, that come with 26 respondents.
Hi, I am Muhammad Nurkin Salim from HG23 and I will present in part mean analysis. We already set 28 questions for respondents on our research to know what will influence their purchase behavior. Overall, we got 107 respondents in total. So, the first question is about between oral review and written review. Based on data, the mean was achieved at 5.6 76 shows that written review will more influence the purchase behavior. With highest percentage, respondents look at written review, which is 57.9%. The next is between written review and star rating. Written review will more influence the purchase behavior. It's because the mean reach 5.68, and with most respondent, which is 58%, exceed respondent star rating. Other than that, is between oral review and total like. Based on mean data, total like of the online shop will more influence the purchase behavior, with mean value at 5.65 and with highest percentage of respondent, which is 52.4%. Meanwhile, between oral review and total sold, mean data shows that total sold will more influence the purchase behavior. The mean achieved 6.40, with most respondent, which is 67.3%, look at total sold of the shop before they purchase things. Between oral review and seller response time, mean data shows that seller response time will more influence the purchase behavior. The mean achieved at 5.43 with highest percentage, which is 52.3%. On the other hand, is between oral review and preferred seller. The mean achieved 6.32, which means preferred seller will more influence the purchase behavior. Also, with highest percentage, 70.1% of total respondent. Between oral review and total follower will more influence the purchase behavior. It's proof with value of mean at 5.16 and with highest percentage of respondent, which is 50.6%. However, between written review and star rating, most respondent with 53.3% says that star rating will influence their purchase behavior. The mean achieved 5.43 shows that star rating will more influence their purchase behavior. Between written review and total like, the mean achieved at 4.46, which means written review will more influence their purchase behavior, with highest percentage of respondent at 48.6%. Moreover, between written review and total sold, based on mean data, 61.6% of respondents look at total sold before purchase datings. The mean achieved 6.12, which means total sold will more influence their purchase behavior. Between written review and seller response time have highest percentage of respondent, which is 43.8%. Meanwhile, the mean achieved at 4.83 shows that seller response time will more influence their purchase behavior. Meanwhile, between written review and preferred seller, the mean achieved at 5.85 and preferred seller have most respondent with 54.1%. This data shows that preferred seller will more influence the purchase behavior. While between written review and total follower, based on mean data, the highest percentage is written review with 47.7% of total respondent. The mean achieved 4.50 and shows that written review will more influence the purchase behavior. Between star rating and total like, most respondent with 49.4% says that star rating will influence the purchase behavior. The mean achieved at 4.31, and we can conclude that star rating will more influence the purchase behavior.
Hello, my name is Ko Liu Zhu. My metric number is BG181600498. The influence of total sold toward respondent purchase behavior is higher than star rating. This is because 65 out of 107 respondents vote for total sold and only 30 respondents vote for star rating. Based on the survey, 47 out of 107 respondents vote for the seller response time affect their purchase behavior, while 45 respondents vote for star rating and only 15 respondents vote for both. So, we can see that seller response time is a higher percentage than star rating. Preferred seller affect more on respondent purchase behavior compared to star rating. 55 out of 107 respondents vote for preferred seller and 31 vote for star rating. Star rating affect more on respondent purchase behavior compared to total follower. 50 out of 107 respondents vote for star rating and only 38 vote for total follower. The influence of total sold tour respondent purchase behavior is higher than total like. 80 out of 107 respondents vote for total sold and 13 for total like. The influence of seller response time toward respondent purchase behavior is higher than total like. 55 out of 107 respondents vote for seller response time. However, 30 vote for total like. From the survey, respondents tend to buy from preferred seller compared to seller who have higher number of like. 67 out of 107 respondents vote for preferred seller and 25 for total like. Moreover, respondents tend to buy from seller who have more total follower than total like. From the survey, 46 out of 107 respondents vote for total follower. From the survey, respondents tend to be more affected by total sold compared to seller response time, as 53 out of 107 respondents vote for total sold. From the survey, respondents tend to be more affected by preferred seller compared to total sold, as 48 out of 107 respondents vote for preferred seller and only 36 for total sold. We can see that total sold affect respondent purchase behavior more than the total follower. 62 out of 107 respondents will vote for total sold. We can see that preferred seller affect respondent purchase behavior more than seller response time. 59 out of 107 respondents will vote for preferred seller. There are 46 out of 107 respondents vote for seller response time and 31 out of 107 respondents vote for total follower. Seller response affect respondent purchase behavior more than total follower. There are 48 out of 107 respondents vote for preferred seller and 38 vote for total follower. This means that respondent purchase behavior are affected by preferred seller compared to total follower.
Hello, I'm Lozenrin from HT21. So now it's my turn about the findings before the conclusion come. So in this section, we will discuss about the result that have been analyzed from the questionnaire. So the discussion is made to despite which key features of online shopping will customer pick as their main influencer on buying a product. So the questionnaire is conducted along 8 keys, which is video and oral reviews, written reviews, star rating, total likes, total sold, seller response time, preferred seller, and total followers. So our main objective is to rank all these 8 keys to attract customer purchase, the customer behavior the most during their online shopping in among the races, followed by the hierarchy process. So this is the result. Yeah, this is the result. So you can see an obvious observation shown from the result of questionnaire is that respondents have used the online shopping mechanism one of few many times. So the research, so we use Google Form as a way to approach to the respondents. with a total of 78 questions scaling from 1 to 9, in which scale 1 to 4 is agreeing to the left, so while 6 to 9 is agreeing to the right. So the purpose of this research is to check the keys is able to influence the buyer behavior of online buyers. The ranking of overall is shown as below. Okay. The tables shown is the ranking that will most influenced by the customer behaviors. So the ranking was sorted out according to the data given by our respondents who have fulfilled the questionnaires. The ranking system is made possible by totaling up the respondent for each key. So in the result, the majority respondent is influenced by the amount of sold, by the seller amounts and things. Nonetheless, preferred seller is also not backing down, as the amount of response with total sold is not quite far. The top 3 ranking is most likely to influence a customer's buying behavior. So the implication of these findings is the respondent look at these tags and keys in a way to build trust towards the seller so that they won't get scammed or lost their money. So in the other hand, the lowest rank is oral and video reviews. This is probably because the video evidence can be fake or bogus most of the time because the magic in editing. So shockingly, total likes also not getting approval for customers because of the possibility to hack and cheat the like system to any amount they wanted. So I think this is the finding that we have. So I think this finding were able to fulfill the research objective and maybe used for the future business. Thank you.
Nice.
Assalamualaikum, my name is SYAZZARIENA binti Abdul Bakir and my matrix number is BG191100413. Okay, last but not least, based on our research, we kindly use questionnaire method that contain 2 parts, which is part A was designed into 28 questions based on 8 keys, which is video review, written reviews, star rating, total likes, total sold, seller response time, preferred seller, and total follower. For the part B, it's about data demographic, which is contain age, gender, ethnic, state of residence, highest level of education, employment sector, and monthly income. Not only that, we also using Likert response scale to do this questionnaire. Okay. As I say, there are 28 questions in section A, which is respondent can choose 1 until 9 to determine which key respondent prior the most between 2 keys. The highest prior customer will consider are total sales and seller title, which is preferred seller. While the least consideration aspect are review, which is oral and written review, total like, and seller response time. For part B, there are contained 7 questions about data demographic, and I just want to share 4. First is gender. The highest number of gender is female, which is represent 73%. And next is the highest number of respondents by state of residence is Sabah, which is 57.9%, while the lowest is Negeri Sembilan and Pahang, that represent only 1%. Next is the highest number of respondents by highest level of education obtained is degree, bachelor's degree, that represent 49.5%, while the lowest is doctoral degree, that represents 0% of respondent. And last is the highest number of respondent by employment sector is self-employed, which is represent 44.9%, while the lowest is private sector, that represent 24.3%. Last from me is that I just want to say that we are able to complete this task successfully, and I hope that this research can help other people to give some information about online shopping. That's all from